there, brilliant people. So today I'm going to talk about how to use your intuition to manifest what you want. Because this is like a 7-step process, and it's pretty reliable. Like if you follow these 7 steps, I mean, obviously you can get better at every step, but yeah, these are the 7 steps that I follow, and it works. Right, so let's get on with it. So what is the first step? So the first step is to focus on what you want. That's often sort of almost happens without me thinking about it, insofar as I'm just going through my day and I realize I want XYZ. So whether it's I want to find, I don't know, a new pair of shoes, but I only want to pay this much for it, or I need to find this kind of person to help me with this project, or whatever it is. Right, so focus on what you want. So that's step 1. Get clear on what you want. So the second step is it's a self-check, meaning you want to focus on your soul seed, or on who you really are, and when you want to focus on what you want while you're tuned into your soul seed, because the first thing that pops up is what we want, but then we want to make sure that it's in alignment with who we really are, with our spirit or essence. Because if it is in alignment with who we really are, if it is part of our integrity, well, it's a given that there is a way for you to have it, because the whole purpose of creation, at least, from my perspective, is for you to become who you really are. So there is a way. Now, it may not be what you think it is. You might actually have to learn some things, get out of your reality, or get out of your own way. But there is going to be a way. But of course, sometimes we decide we want to have something and it's actually coming from our ego, not from who we really are. And if that's the case, you might want to either let it go, or sit with it a while and work with it until you feel that when you focus on it, it does actually open up your soul seed. It does strengthen your connection to who you really are. Because until you do that, your intuition isn't actually going to work terribly well, because it means, like, unless what you want is actually helping you connect more to who you really are, there is actually some degree of conflict internally around having that thing. So step 1, focus on what you want. Step 2, self-check, make sure that it is in alignment with who you really are. And obviously, if it's not, work on it until it is. So step 2. Step 3, now you need to set an intention. You want to have an intention. Now, sometimes that intention might come from step 2, like you realize, well, yes, I want this kind of person to actually help me with this project, but they need to be someone I can sit down and talk with. I don't want to just work with, an invisible website somewhere or something. Like there might be qualifiers, so that you include that in your intention, but the intention is that you want this thing in this way, or by this time, or whatever. So you set your intention. So focus, self-check, intention. Right. So that's by doing it that way, you've actually taken care of the internal alignment. So step 4, we're actually now feeling into the alignment externally, because what we want to manifest is out there in the world. We want to manifest it into the physical. So we're feeling into the alignment, we're feeling out into the world, using our intuition, like, okay, so where does that line up in the world? So step 4, you want to feel the alignment. So when you set your intention, you'll feel the energy of what you want out there somewhere. It might be in the future, it might be somewhere, it might already exist, but it might be somewhere else. And it's like almost, well, the way it feels to me, it's almost like there's a thread joining me to the thing that I want to manifest. And so because what, when I set the intention, I work with that intention until I have the energy of what it is that I want to manifest, because that is what enables me to feel into the alignment, because and that's, because then I can feel, well, that energy is there, and now my energy is lined up with that energy. And that brings me to step 5, because once you've got the energy of the thing that you want to manifest, and then you can feel the alignment, it's almost like that alignment is like an invisible path that you're following. So then you just check in on it. Am I still on the path, or am I off the path? And if you're off the path, then you need to go back to step 4, get back, on track, get back into the alignment, so you can feel the connection between where you are today and the energy of what it is that you want to manifest. So step 5, you just keep checking back in with the alignment. Now, step 6, unfortunately, unless it's something pretty simple, like, we still use these same steps, even if it's something simple like, a car park or something. But if it's something bigger, particularly if it's something so big that it's kind of currently out of your reality, there is going to be some blockages between you and, manifesting this thing. Maybe. Anyway, so if you get blocked, like if you feel that you're moving towards it and then, and then suddenly you're stuck, well, it's not about then going, oh, it's all hopeless. No, it's like that lesson there is about, sometimes it's about you just need to really almost double down on your alignment. Like you need to hold the energy of it even more fiercely. Sometimes it's about, okay, well, you need to go about this a different way. Like, if you walk into a wall, well, you walk around the wall. You don't have to stand there until the wall, is removed. Right, so how do we do that? Well, the way that I do that is I use kind of like a communication with the universe, or an intention or affirmation, however you want to think about it. Basically, what I say to the universe is, if this is the way, open the way. If this is not the way, close the way. In other words, what I'm saying to the universe is, I still want to manifest this thing. And of course I want to manifest it, because manifesting it opens up my connection to who I really am. It opens up my soul seed. It strengthens the resonance in my fractal. So when I get blocked, I'm basically saying to the universe, well, I'm happy to go either. I'm still going to get what I want, but I'm happy to go a different way if that's what you're trying to tell me to do. And so when I say to the universe, if this is the way, open the way. If it's not the way, close the way. Yeah. The only thing I'd say about that is if you do that, if you say that to the universe, just be prepared for the feedback to be pretty clear. Because sometimes whatever that is, it will just leave your life. Things can change pretty quickly when you have that intention. When you're just prepared to just do what, it takes, but you're willing to, kind of work with universal choreography around getting what you want. So that's how we get past blockages, is by having that intention. I'm still going to get what I want, but I'm prepared to sidestep or, persist here. I'm happy to do either. Just let me know what it is. And then, and then step 7, well, really, we just keep doing that over and over again until we get there. So we focus on it, check in with ourselves, check in that it is supporting us to be more of who we really are. Then we set the intention, we check the alignment to what we want, and and then we keep checking in on the alignment to make sure that we're still on track. If the track gets blocked, open the way, close the way. And we just keep repeating that until we get there. And that is what I have done to, manifest everything I've manifested in my life, really. From the little things to the big things. It's just sometimes when they're big things, you just have to repeat that process a few more times. So that's it. So I hope that helps and that gets you brilliant results, as it has for me and many others that I've taught and worked with. Anyway, so do that, and until next time, remember that you're brilliant.